Hello friends, as part of the crash course to current affairs for prelims 2020, we have been looking into the anniversaries, and as part of the anniversaries, the next anniversary upon which a potential possible questions may be asked, we shall look into. The next potential area is the International Labour Organization. Popularly known as ILO, you all will know. The ILO was formed in the year 1919. So, the International Labour Organization is celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2019. To commemorate that, the India Post have come out with a commemorative stamp. So, this is one another source from where you can get your current affairs caught up. And now go into the details of the International Organization, International Labour Organization. See, ILO was formed in 1919 along with the League of Nations, and later it was brought under the aegis of United Nations. The three basic organizations of ILO are the International Labour Conference, that is the General Assembly of ILO that meets every year in the month of June, and second is a governing body, which is the Executive Council of the ILO that meets 3 times in a year in the month of March, June and November, and International Labour Office, a permanent secretary. These three together comprise ILO, right? And ILO has come out with several conventions, and out of the 190 ILO conventions, of which 8 conventions are considered the core conventions, that out of which India has ratified 47 out of 190 conventions. India has ratified. Ratified means we have adopted and accepted 47 conventions, and the ILO conventions, the important ILO conventions that have been ratified by India are: first one is the Labour Convention of 1957, and then the Abolition of Forced Labour Convention, then Equal Remuneration Convention, then the Discrimination in the Employment and Occupation Convention, and the Minimum Age Convention, and the Worst Forms of Child Labour Convention, which was in 1999. So, the Convention against Child Labour, which was adopted in 1999 and ratified by India in the year 1999. The Child Labour Convention is very important because ILO implements a program called IPEC. IPEC means International Program for Elimination of Child Labour. Along with the ILO and with the assistance of ILO, India is implementing this IPEC, and we have been setting up non-formal schools, right? Non-formal schools for educating the children who have been rehabilitated as child labour. So, focus on these areas. So, International Labour Organization, where is it located, where its headquarters is located, what are the different organizations that comprise International Labour Organization, and which are the conventions that India had ratified, and then most important is the Child Labour Convention and the IPEC. The offbeat area or the extrapolated area with respect to Constitution. Right? Constitution is go through the Article 23 and 24 in Fundamental Rights, Article 39 Clause E and 39 Clause F in DPSP. These two are directly relating to child rights, and apart from that, there are several other rights which are several other provisions which are also focusing on the child rights, like Article 350B, teaching in mother tongue and all those areas, but those areas I do not want to get into. These 4 articles you please do make note of, and also go into the rights of children, the constitution provisions that deal with the rights of children. So, that is about the International Labour Organization, whose 100th anniversary is being celebrated in the year of 2019. All right. and as part of that the postage, I mean India Post have released a commemorative stamp. That is the most important thing to be noted here. All right. Fine, let us go into the next aspect of next anniversary. The next anniversary is the anniversary, 70th anniversary of the Constitution of India. The 70th anniversary of Constitution of India. The Constitution of India was enacted and adopted by the Constituent Assembly on the 26th November 1949. So, the 26th November of every year is being celebrated as the Constitution Day. It is being celebrated as now. I do not have to talk much about the Constitution. You know what Constitution is all about, and you have been studying Constitution as part of the Constitution Indian polity for the prelims and mains both. Now, focus on, as I already had told you, focus on the facts and concepts relating to the Constitution of India. Focus on the facts relating to Constitution, like the size of the Constituent Assembly, when the Constituent Assembly had its first meeting, and what were the committees, and who were all the chairpersons of different committees. This has been asked, right? This has been asked several times in several prelims. You also know that. So, the different committees, the Constitution worked on the basis of committees, say Committee on Fundamental Rights, Committee on Drafting, Committee on Advisory, right? Committee of Advisors. Likewise, focus on those aspects as well. And then the basic information relating to Constitution, like how many parts are there in the Constitution, how many articles are there in the Constitution, and how many schedules are there in the Constitution. The important schedules that were added by amendment, that original Constitution had only 8 schedules, whereas the 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th schedule were added by amendments. 9th schedule was added by First Amendment Act, and 10th schedule was added by 52nd Amendment Act, and 11th schedule was added by 73rd Amendment Act, and 12th schedule was added by the 74th Amendment Act. So, focus on the amendments and the schedules which were added by those amendments. The most important amendments relating to the constitutional milestones, such as the 42nd Amendment Act and the 44th Amendment Act. The 42nd and 44th Amendment Act should also be focused on. Please do take care of this as well. Similarly, apart from these basic facts, like what are all the committees and committee chairpersons, number of articles and articles amended, the schedules added by amendments, the important aspect relating to the articles also to be noted with respect to the amendments. All right. So, focus on the constitutional aspects thoroughly, and we have discussed few other constitutional aspects even in the previous videos. I hope you will be remembering, like defection, anti-defection we have discussed, the 250th anniversary of Rajya Sabha we have discussed. So, focus on those aspects also. All right. I hope it is clear to you. So, let us quickly move on to the next aspect of anniversary. The 100th year of the industrial city of Jamshedpur. The industrial city of Jamshedpur is celebrating its 100th anniversary. In the year 1919, Jamshedpur was first called as, in fact, it was a small village. You will be knowing that probably it is a very unusual information. A village called Sakchi in 1919 was renamed as Jamshedpur, right, which completes 100th year. And you know why Jamshedpur is important for in the Indian economy, right? Jamshedpur is known for steel industries and other aspects, right? From the there are so many other things. There are so many other things relating to Jamshedpur. Focus on those areas, and I don't want to give much of information related to that. Only thing is that you have to understand this is celebrating its 100th year and is important for industrial purpose and economy. Go through that. Basic minimum information about this is enough, right? Just maybe you can focus on the geographical aspects. What are the ores and minerals that are found nearby this city? You can go to the geography aspect. Ores and minerals. Why certain types of industry is possible there? In that case, if steel industry is very much over there, then there must be steel, iron ore should be there, and other similar allied related minerals and ores must be required. So, focus on the geography and find out what are the ores and minerals that are available here. Then you focus on the climatic conditions of that area, right, nearby area, and which zone it falls into, right, and whether there, what are the flora and fauna, vegetation, how the vegetation is, and who are all the, in case there are tribal communities over there, who are all the tribal communities, which race of the human beings are there, and what is the settlement. These kind of things you can focus on. And similarly, if it is iron and steel, in that case, if it is iron and steel manufacturing area or mining area, then you have to focus on whether it is being exported or not. If so, where it is being exported. Those aspects are enough. But otherwise, not much things are to be focused on this relating to history and all. So, focus on geography and economy with respect to Jamshedpur. And offbeat in the history, if at all, anything to be said in history, focus on Jamshedji Tata, right? That is enough. So, Jamshedpur is also celebrating its 100th anniversary. Then, another anniversary that is being celebrated is the Rajputana Rifles, which is also previously known as Outram's Rifles. Again, this is a small area. Since it is celebrating its 200th anniversary, that is the only thing, 200th year, that is the only thing to be noted. Not much is required, just focus on the Rajputana Rifles, when it was formed and how during the British East India Company it was formed, and Rajputana Rifle is now previously it was part of the Bombay Army. Now it is part of Indian Army. Just you know about that, that is enough. Much more than that is not enough. But only thing is that it assumes importance because of the anniversary. That is all. Otherwise, it does not have to be focused on. Not much is required with respect to this anniversary. Then comes fine. So, these are some of the most important anniversaries that we have to focus on. And next aspects, apart from these anniversaries, we shall focus on other aspects in the next upcoming videos, and please do subscribe if you are not subscribed. Let us travel together and surmount this exam and come out with flying colors. Wish you all the best, friends. Thank you.